Jaimie. At the pool, I look for Sarah, Emmie, and Brianna. I see them sitting way back by the wall. My ex-friends are in prime spots near their umbrellas. Even at the pool, there's a hierarchy. My stomach is still jittery, but I ignore the loathsome threesomes and head right to the girls who greet me. I'll get us ice pops, my treat. My dad gave me way too much cash. Thanks. She heads off while I sit with Emmie and Brianna. You okay? She gestures at the loathsomes. Yeah, I'm not gonna let them ruin my time. You're handling it great. She's looking at me like I'm some kind of goddess, but she doesn't know that I'm doing everything in my power not to fall apart. I swallow. Bree throws Emmie an annoyed look. Okay, that was not my imagination. I don't know these girls that well, so again, I try to ignore it. Sarah comes back shortly with the snacks, and soon we're eating the dripping cherry ice pops, and I listen while they talk about summer plans. After a while, I even relax and join in. Except, once I start talking, I see that Brianna stops. What is up with her? After we finish our snacks, the girls lie and sun themselves. I decide to head over to the pool and say hi to Anthony and Tyler, who are fooling around with the water noodle. Don't you think you're allowed to use that in the pool unless you're still learning to swim? Shh! The lifeguard hasn't caught us. Come in. We want to do underwater tag. Tag, isn't that for 4th graders? He splashes me with about 30 gallons of water. I scream, laugh, and jump in. Soon we're splashing one another and screaming and laughing until the lifeguard whistles and yells at us to quit it. Then she gets down and confiscates the water noodle. This is only allowed in the shallow end. Snicker. As the towering over tan lifeguard with way too much power climbs back into her seat, we laugh and make faces. I'm finally having some fun. Then I ruin it by accidentally glancing over at the loathsomes. Maya looks back kind of sadly, and Celia glares at me. For 2 girls who aren't supposed to care about me anymore, they're sure not acting like that. Maya. I miss Jay. Pangs of jealousy. If it were us, we'd be in the water having swim races or jumping badly on purpose mostly into the pool. Monkey flip, mock cannonball. Celia doesn't even want to go in the pool. She just wants to lie here and be noticed. Yawn. Big deal, she's noticed all the time. Meanwhile, Jay is having fun and doesn't care if she's noticed or not. Fine, this is boring. Let's go in. Yay! Finally. I know she just wants to go in and show off to the front in front of the former 8th grade boys, but I don't care. Plop. Yikes! Gone from pink to blue. We fool around for a bit, just doing handstands and stuff, playing some kind of tag game and paying no attention to us. Thump. Oops. Hey! Uh-oh. Sorry. Please, like you didn't do that on purpose. I think that's all in your head. Eye roll, laughing inside. Jaimie swims back to the boys and ignores us. Grace and I try to do the same. Let's have a hold your breath contest. Okay. Trying to get over awkwardness. Turning shades of red I've never seen on me. After our second round, we come up for air. Where'd C go? Glub. I don't know. We look around and notice her swimming underwater toward Jaimie. It's like watching a shark creep up on an unsuspecting swimmer, but worse. It's hard to see, but I can see enough to know that she's... I grab Grace's arm, then I don't even think. I scream my lungs out. Jay, look out! Jaimie sees her in the nick of time and kicks away. Splash. What the heck are you doing? I was gonna grab your leg to scare you. It was just a joke. Jaimie looks at her like Celia's gone nuts. Maybe she has. That wasn't my leg. Colder than the pool. It was just to get even with you for bumping into me before. Now we're even. Don't be so dramatic, Jaimie. Jaimie starts to walk away, but turns around once more. And then something happens that I'll never forget. Jaimie. It happened so fast, it almost feels like it didn't happen at all. Jay, look out! I feel fingers brush my back. At the same time, I feel a light tug on my swimsuit ties. I whip around to find Celia underwater next to me. In a flash, I haul myself out of the pool. I scream at her, and it's like she's mocking me. I was gonna grab your leg to scare you. It was just a joke. Is she kidding? That wasn't my leg. It was just to get even with you for bumping into me before. Now we're even. Don't be so dramatic, Jaimie. That's it. I'm done with these mind games. I just want to tell her off once and for all, but I stop. I do the 8 count thing, just like my dad taught me. It helps, just enough. 6, 7, 8. Sniff. Like being in some weird zen state, I calm down. I even start to think this whole thing is ridiculous. I can't argue with Celia. She's beyond it, and she thinks I'm the baby. I start to walk away, but then I turn around again and crouch down so the others can't hear. They're all staring anyway. Why do you care so much, C? What? You got Maya to cut me out, but if you really want me out, you'd leave me alone. So why don't you? She doesn't answer, but for a split second, I see it. She glances at Anthony, who's staring slack-jawed at us through the corner of her eye. No way. That's when I know talking won't help, and that's when I turn and walk away. For real this time. Maya. I've never been a real deep thinker, but suddenly everything is crystal clear to me. I'm going home. C looks totally undone. Don't even know if I've ever seen her lose her cool before, even when she lost her shirt, even when Brian Dean beat her out for Supreme Supersonic. Wait, Em, you're abandoning me? I'm not your M. C tries to get her cool back. Come on, you don't have to take it personally. This isn't about you, it's about Jaimie. Jaimie is my best friend, so it's about both of us. That's it then, Maya. If you leave, don't bother seeing us all summer, and don't text. For a second, I panic, and I think about taking it all back. But how can I? Invisible truth glasses, seeing things clearly. Grace looks torn. Just how I felt an hour ago. No more giggling. I hate leaving her, but if she's sticking with Celia, I have to make a choice. This time, I want to make the right one. Sorry, guys. Bye. I gather my stuff and leave. It feels like 30 huge wet wool blankets were lifted off my body. I walk home with my heavy bag, but I feel lighter than I have in months. Jaimie, I'm done. I say bye to the others. Sarah and Emmie are sweet and give me a little hug. Even though I'm soaping wet, Bree smiles kind of stiffly. She seems torn between liking me and not liking me. I think I get it. I wasn't exactly hanging with her favorite crowd before. I'm sort of surprised that Emmie and Sarah have been so nice. I'm thankful for that, but also sad. Nothing is the same without my best friend. There will be no more karaoke nights, no more sleepovers at her house. It's like a piece of me is missing. Suddenly, Anthony jumps beside me. Oh my god, stop that. I'm already shaky from that whole Celia thing. Yeah, what'd she try to do anyway? Nothing, doesn't matter. I just want to go home. Want me to walk with you? No thanks. Stay and hang out with Tyler. He looks desperate without you. Okay. He starts to head back, but stops and turns around. You know, I never really knew why you were friends with Celia anyway. I get a little defensive. Why? Because she's so pretty and popular? Nah, because all she cares about is herself. She's a phony. You're just you, Jay. That's why I think you're cool. My eyes well up. Geez, don't cry. Sniff. I laugh. I won't, I swear. Now go. He pokes me in the arm with his elbow, his goodbye, and jumps back in the pool. Tyler lights up. They start tossing a tennis ball around. I lead them to their bromance. I start to walk out, thinking about what Anthony just said. It should have made me feel good, but instead it makes me feel kinda, sorta, what? Then it hits me. I race back toward Emmie, Sarah, and Brianna. I'm out of breath. Listen, I'm so sorry, you guys. For what? Before today, for talking about people behind their backs and stuff and being a gossip girl. We all look at one another and burst into laughter. Borders on crying. I hate that name, but yeah, I did that. I wasn't trying to be mean. I just thought it was fun. Eyes rolling to the sky. Anyway, I really wasn't any better than Celia. Total phony. That's okay, Jaimie. Honestly, I didn't really notice, or care, I guess. I did, and I was pretty mad at these two for letting it slide. She tells me about the one time she overheard this. Oh my god, Quiet Girl's note was insane. Wouldn't you want to DIE? And this. Did you see her and Dev? Nerd love. But it's okay. Now it is. I'm totally mortified, but she smiles. Genuinely this time. I feel my eyes well up again. I say goodbye and head out. It's still hot. By the time I get home, I'm practically dry, except for the tears. So much for my promise to Anthony. I walk in and go straight past Davy and Alex, who are chugging glasses of something neon green. They like science experiments with food, too. I walk right into my mom's office. I don't care if she's working. I need her. I startle our cat, Nacho, who's sleeping by the door. He jumps onto our filing cabinet. What the? Jay, you scared me. Rawr. At first she's irritated, but then she sees my red eyes. Honey, what's wrong? I break down and tell her all about Celia, Maya, and Grace. I've been bottling up so much all day. Heck, all month. It's such a relief to let it out. My mom doesn't say much at first. Then she exhales a deep, sad sigh. Wow, I'm so sorry this happened to you, honey. Unfortunately, this is such a common thing at your age. And let me just say from experience, it feels like the end of the world, but it's not by a long shot. Ugh, no more relatable tales. Mom, I don't want a back in my day story. The 90s were like 1,000 years ago. She snorts. I'll let that slide. I do have stories, but I won't go there if you don't want me to. I sniff and nod. Do you want a hug? Her phone rings. You should get that. It's probably important. It's not as important as you, Jay. Best thing she's ever said. I go right into her arms, and she gives me a long, powerful mom hug. It feels great. After a minute, I pull away, sniffling. Fine, you can tell me the story now. Maya. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Now, before I change my mind. Oh my god. This may be the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Jaimie. I sit with my mom for a while, and she's done talking. I feel better. I've even stopped crying. Why don't you get a snack? I think Davy made some kind of smoothie. Nuclear green glowy slime. That's okay. I'm just gonna go upstairs and chill. Dad will be home in a bit. We can go to Ramone's for pizza later. Your favorites. Maybe. I leave and close her door. I start to walk upstairs. A nap sounds good. Gawk, brother. Ding dong. Hey. I almost fall over from shock. What's she doing here? Hork, can I come in? Maya looks really nervous. I hesitate. Do I really want to see her after everything that's happened? Part of me wants to chew her out and slam the door in her face. The other part? Okay. We head up to my room, waving enthusiastically. Gag, is he? He's fine. I close the door behind us. We sit cross-legged on my very messy bed. So, what's up? Did you come back to explain away Celia or something since she can't say sorry herself? No. She looks real uncomfortable. I came to say sorry for me, for doing what I did. We're silent for a while. Awkward would be the word here. Well, thanks for warning me about her and anyway, at the pool, I mean. Yeah, she was totally out of line. More silence. For two girls who usually can't stop talking, we're pretty pathetic. Awkwarder. Maya's eyes get all misty. She finally becomes, well, Maya again and spills out her emotions. You're my best friend, and I was stupid. I thought Celia was mature and knew about everything. I thought she was funny, cool, and right. But she's not the mature one, and I'm not either. I think she did everything out of jealousy, Jay. I stare at the pile of dirty laundry on my floor. Is that a spider or a cockroach? Sniff. So what do you want? I want you to forgive me. It's only been a day, not even. Is she kidding? It's been more than a day, Maya. I know. She starts crying. But you still gotta forgive me. She cries harder. I don't even know what to feel. I'm still so mad at her. But underneath, I think she's sorry. I even think she didn't want to do what Celia told her to do, to dump me. But that text, it still hurts. A lot. I mean, it just happened. Did you really mean what you said in this text? She sniffles. Okay, truth, I did at the time. Like I said, I thought Celia was right about everything. I thought that to be like her, wear the right clothes, show off for boys, have friends who do the same stuff. Well, I thought that was what was cool and mature, you know? But I was wrong, Jay. And to be honest, I was scared of losing her as a friend. Stupid, right? She sniffles. For a moment, I say nothing. I just draw spiral designs with my fingers on my quilt. What does Grace think? I don't know. I didn't want to talk to her about it. Sniff. I just missed you. We sit there in silence again. But I don't even care about the awkwardness. I'm still mad and I don't know what to say. Deadly silent. But then I start to think about all the gossiping and meanness and immaturity I was part of and didn't even realize, and how it affected other kids. Emmie, Brianna, and Sarah all forgave me today. Sure, it wasn't the same. We hardly know each other, and I didn't dump them through a text, but I still hurt them, and I really hoped these new friends would give me another chance. But it's okay. Now it is. We sit quietly for a couple of minutes while I think, and she waits. Now both of us are drawing finger circles in my quilt. Finally, I stand up and take a deep breath. Okay, I'll forgive you. You will? Or I think I will eventually. Oh. I stare at the gross critter crawling through my laundry. It looks like it built a nest in my camp shirts. I've got to be honest, Em, it's gonna take a while. That's okay, Ender. Oh, what? She grins so friggin' gratefully through her tears. He called me Em.